Hello, everybody. This is the Right Geek. Today, I'm going to read a little thing I wrote up on the Joker movie that I hope my audience finds worthwhile listening to. So, let's talk about the Joker. Joker, let's cut through the pervasive mental retardation, shall we? First of all, this movie isn't unusually violent. There are plenty of films that are more savage. Consider, for instance, 300, or Quentin Tarantino's entire oeuvre. And if you somehow walked away from Joker thinking its violence is in any way glorified, you evidently got confused and walked into the wrong theater. Arthur is locked up in Arkham at the end, okay? He doesn't triumphantly ride off into the sunset, and the only people who celebrate him are themselves villainous thugs. Secondly, Arthur is not an antihero. Please, God, stop with the idiocy. An antihero is a character who lives by a clearly defined code that happens to lie perpendicular to commonly recognized morality. Frank Castle is a good example of the antihero type. Good old Frank thinks shooting pedophiles in the face is an excellent way to cure boredom. He's brutal as hell, which violates the law and order expectations of our dignity-based culture, but he also targets criminals who, we all secretly agree, just need killing. Arthur, on the other hand, has no code. He's a chaos agent driven by vengeance. Only the equally insane believe his targets deserve what they get, even if they are dicks. Let me emphasize this because it's important. Having comprehensible reasons doesn't automatically make you an antihero. Everyone has reasons. What distinguishes the antihero is systematization and a certain admirable quality that is recognizable to the normal person. Now think hard. What's admirable about Arthur? Do you actually, deep in your heart of hearts, want to be that guy? No, I'll wager. Arthur is a figure to be pitied, not idolized. Far from being attractive, he's skinny, creepy, and pathetic. And he continues to be portrayed in this manner for the entirety of the film. If you left Joker thinking Arthur Fleck is awesome, you either saw the wrong movie or are yourself profoundly disturbed. Third, reasons are not justifications. Good Christ, when did we as a society lose the ability to tell the difference? Showing that Arthur is a brain-damaged, marginalized victim of severe abuse explains everything he does, but it doesn't completely excuse those choices. You know who's also a victim of child abuse? My mother. But Mom isn't out there shooting or stabbing people in cold blood. She forgave her own mother. She didn't smother her with a pillow. She's currently in an extremely loving and stable marriage. She successfully raised 2 kids. She pursued art instead of murder. In short, she's functional. Why? Because she has, and has always had, agency. The vast majority of human beings do, even in extremely difficult circumstances. True, it can be argued that Arthur's agency is diminished by the nature of his illness, but it isn't absent. The fact that he repeatedly contemplates killing himself demonstrates that he has at least some ability to weigh options. On the other hand, I think we can simultaneously acknowledge that certain societal configurations are less likely to create Jokers than others. And on this score, I think Joker says much that is worth serious reflection. I found it extraordinarily striking, for one, that in 2 separate scenes, we see Arthur longing to be hospitalized. Could it be that deinstitutionalization is a mistake? Is it possible that there are some people for whom the structure of an asylum setting is necessary? And yes, our elites are often casually cruel to certain acceptable targets. And yes, our society should be kinder to everyone who lives on the edges regardless of superficial category. All thoughtful people can easily absorb these nuances without agreeing that Arthur is right. Bottom line at the end, Joker is an outstanding, provocative movie. The critics out there who are reeing about incels have been rendered deeply, deeply stupid by ideology and can be summarily dismissed. If Arthur were black or gay, you would be completely fine with the story, you raceless hypocrites, so please sit your asses down and let the intelligent, compassionate adults do the talking. Thank you for listening.